What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. I apologize for no TV on. Apparently, the weather knocked the satellite out for a little bit, so I was having trouble trying to get adjusted and all that. So, but anyway, I'm just going to go on with the movie plan as followed. I apologize for this little late review. So, this week, I decided to change things up. I wanted to go back to the Dolph Lundgren because there's a lot of movies I have not touched, and a lot of movies I want to look at, watch, and then review for this channel. So, I'll get back to fan requests in the near future. Someone requested I review Martial Outlaw. Maybe in the near future, I'll probably, if I can, I'll probably see if I can pick up on Amazon Prime and I'll watch it, all right? But anyway, for now, let's go back to the Dolph Lundgren well, all right? So today, I've decided to look at this gem from '87. Well, I call it a gem. It's called Masters of the Universe. Yes, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. So why the heck not? It's the '80s, folks. It's obviously this was big. Obviously, piggybacked off of the popularity of the possible cartoon of He-Man. So of course, obviously, if you kind of think about it, I think every toy line in the '80s had a movie. Think about it. The Transformers had a full length feature movie. Believe it or not, the '87 version or '85 version, whichever one you call it. The one with the big all-star cast, the one that fans remember as the most more than the Michael Bay movies, and then of course you had He-Man, and of course practically you could probably think of almost some of the most popular ones that were out there. But this one I think is one that kind of stands out besides the Transformers movie, and of course it's a live action one, and of course it kind of holds up. So I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. So what can I say? Dolph Lundgren kind of almost plays He-Man to a T. Like I would say 95% of the time. It's like, holy shit. It's like, he almost looks exactly like the part. And sure, it's not 100% accurate. And by, like I said, 90% is, like I said, is as close as you're going to get to having a very good live action adaptation of a popular cartoon. Because, hey, it looks pretty good. Even though some of the visuals kind of look over the top and cheesy by today's standards. But what do you expect? This was the '80s. They were a product of its time. ILM was starting to get the ball rolling and like in the groundbreaking visual effects department. And sure you can say it looks dated, but that's how. Well, of course, what you expect. It's the Star Wars thing, and where it combines the Flash Gordon serials and the fantasy elements of a galaxy far, far away. So in a way, He-Man kind of is like one of those things. Okay, and in a way, it really works. And it just goes to show how that fans really wanted to see this. But of course, I think what it made a disservice to this movie was the fact that that part of the story was set on Earth instead of a galaxy far, far away, like almost every episode of He-Man. And of course, I'm gonna admit this right now, I'm not big on He-Man. I've only watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I never got into it, but I know much of the lore of the plot of the movie or plot of the show. At least they tried to bring some resemblance of that to the movie, and it works. But I think what made fans upset is like why it's set on Earth. Well, the reason is that this was a very low budget movie. There was not this. Like the studio didn't really want to put much of it, but of course they just want to do it for the fans. But the fact that they only were given like a very, very limited budget just for costumes, visual effects, and of course casting. Obviously, well, of course, like I said, not every movie is gonna be perfect, and I kind of liked it, but at the same time, it kind of took me out of it because I was expecting it to be more like an episode of He-Man kind of thing. And of course, another good disservice to it is no She-Ra. Well, of course, then again, She-Ra's kind of a spin-off character, but that's not the point. But overall, it's a fun movie, but it's no masterpiece because. Think about this. A lot of our movies try to piggyback off of something as cheesy and the success of, be like a Star Wars clone, okay? Nothing's going to match up to Star Wars because Star Wars had a great formula, okay? They're never going to be touched, okay? I've seen copycat movies just like this. I've seen like low budget ones just like and try to play off the popularity, and it fails because it's so bad, because literally the fans look at it and be like, yeah, if we want to watch Star Wars, I'd rather watch Star Wars than this shit. But He-Man, I think, is in a different class because this was definitely one of those hidden gems like that can really bring that really shows you what the kind of fad was during the 80s. Like what, you know, fantasy spaceship battles in a distant galaxy, or you know, or some kind of myth that brings like a mythology to it, or anything along those lines. And of course, yeah, think about it. Like there were games that kind of had this kind of formula, you know, like the Sword Quest games, and of course there was a He-Man game. I bet you guys didn't know that really played off it. So yeah, like this is definitely fan service for the most part of this movie. But now I want to talk about a few other things before I call it a night. Another thing is, I will say the cast, Dolph Lundgren does a good job. I was shocked. Like Courteney Cox, a super young Courteney Cox, I kind of liked her character, even though at times I felt like she fit the role of the dumb teenager, which I didn't like. Let's see. Frank Langella, I loved him as Skeletor. I'm gonna miss right now. Skeletor was great, even though like it looks so bad. Like he could have looked like he was like Zed from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers kind of thing. But I still think he did a great job. It was so over the top that it made me laugh and just brought a smile to my face. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. So it's far from perfect, has some flaws, but it's a good popcorn flick, and I definitely recommend it if you just want to you know, if you're a fan of He-Man, just want to watch it and just, you know, get a good laugh or enjoy the big nostalgia trip. I definitely recommend it. And with that in mind, I give He-Man Masters of the Universe a solid 7 out of 10. That's the best I'm going to do, all right? So that does for tonight. Let me know what you think. Go watch the movie you want to. It is available on the Stars app, believe it or not. Go watch it, all right? So that's just for tonight. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome, exciting videos.